Hey, this is Matt once again with the bets in the video. This is another paid request for Andrew. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. And this is for a pilot for a show called One of Us is Lying, which is, I guess was on Peacock for 2 seasons. And I had never heard of this show before, but I would say the pilot wasn't too bad because the story moved fairly quickly. The acting was pretty decent. It does give you a bit of an intrigue as to what happens next. Because the setup is, it's in high school, and this guy named Simon, he has his blog called About That he loves to reveal classmates' secrets. He's a bit of a douchebag. So one day he gets into detention with 4 other people who have their own secrets. You have Cooper, who's into sports. You kind of find out that he hasn't come out yet. But they don't push it in like an annoying woke fashion. It's just, hey, he's just a guy that he's in sports and he has his girlfriend, but she knows about it. So she's doing it. She's pretending to be his girlfriend to help him out. His brother knows about it, and he seems cool with it. In fact, he even goes, "You're a girlfriend. You think I have a shot with her? Not a chance. Definitely not. You know, you're a dit for that one." So, his brother and his non-girlfriend seem cool with it, but with the public, you know, he still wants to keep it secret, which he has every right to. But, you know, what if that will hurt his chances and other things, because you never know. You have the popular girl Addie, and you find out that she was cheating on her boyfriend with this other guy, her boyfriend's buddy. You have this guy named Nate, who has a probation officer, and once in a while he still gets drugs to people. And then you have this uh, grade A student named Bromlin, I think is her name. But you get the idea that something's up where maybe she messed with her grades or a test or something. So they all have bits of secrets. So the 4 of them are in detention with Simon. And one thing leads to another. Simon drinks something. He dies. You find out from some like peanut allergy. And then you get the notion that someone must have planted it there. And in fact, later on his blog, someone wrote that, is it better that he's dead and I did it? But you don't know who did it because they all have their reasons for doing it. And they do try to throw the audience off where, interesting stylistic choice where they're all 4 in their own separate moments. And they have the note that the person wrote on the blog, but they have all 4 of the characters read it one after the other after the other. So one reads one sentence and then another reads it, and then to give your suspicions of it could be any one of them, and each one of them say you're welcome. Because one of us is lying, but which one? Like I said, I thought the acting was pretty decent. See, this is a show I would, I don't have the time, but compared to shit like Euphoria, this was more interesting to me for a current show. Because Euphoria, that's just a show that just, I get it. There's a lot of sex out there, but goddamn, man, like every 5 minutes was about sex, drugs, sex, drugs, sex, drugs, sex, drugs. Here, there's a bit more to the story. Like that one was just repetitive, and I'm old as fuck, and I don't care about hearing about high school kids sex, 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 because I'm older now. So the more older I get, the more I'm like, okay, this would be about someone who's like, I don't know, 50 or 45. I mean, I'm fucking 40, so, can we do that? To quote Arnold, I'm not the pervert. Well, I am, but not in the Hollywood sense. I'll put it that way. So this felt like it was more of a story being told, if that made sense. And it's based on a novel. I never read the novel. And like I say, it's one of those things where I don't have a whole lot of other details to talk about other than you got a sense of who each of the characters were. You got a sense of what their secrets were. You could perfectly see why someone would go after Simon and really not feel bad about it. The cops are on the case, and they're suspicious, understandably so. Each one, like the grade A student, she took the one guy's laptop, Simon's laptop, and you're wondering, why is she doing that? And your mind does kind of wonder, like, who would it be? Because then each one will have their reasons. Like I said, like I say, it does make you intrigued. Didn't mind the cinematography of the show, the pilot. I liked the synth song at the end. At the end credits, wasn't too bad, too shabby. The characters were interesting enough because they didn't really seem too annoying or irritating. Like you learn a little bit more about each stuff. Like the probation guy, he goes home, his dad is drunk, and he tucks him in, and you tell he's kind of taking care of himself. Maybe not the most imaginative of some of these stories, because I mean I just saw a movie where a guy had a drunk dad and had to take care of himself. It's common tropes, but there wasn't really anything in this that made me mad or angry of the sort. Nothing that made me go, "This is bullshit. This is horse shit." And I mean, like I said, if you looked at the premise or you looked at the trailer and it interests you, I think it's worth checking out the pilot. Like I said, it didn't feel too long. Like I said, I remember a nice guy, frame by frame. He was like, requested me and a friend of mine, Fabio, to watch these Euphoria episodes, and they were a pain to sit through. This felt like more of an easygoing sit compared to the other shows. I think the murder mystery aspect is probably the more intriguing the murder mystery aspect in the midst of the school setting. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm trying to see if there's any info I can find on the show that I'm missing. I know I should have done it before. I know. It's funny. Trending searches ton-tie babies. Were their tons notarized? Ton-tie babies. Jesus. So 6.99 to be. Trying to see the actors' names and if they've done anything. Debuted in 2021, October 7th. Canceled after 2 seasons. Let's see. Her main objective was to keep her character's emotional cores intact. They found the idea of a single season that tells a complete story while solving the show's biggest mystery was very satisfying. He also claimed that after a season, viewers often lost interest in a show and stopped watching. Because of this, the series reveals who killed Simon, but many other questions are left unanswered at the end of the first season. So pretty much you could look at the show as just, like the season is just one story. I mean, he's not wrong. Unless this becomes a favorite show, there are times where you kind of watch one season and you go, okay, that was cool. What's next? Especially at today's age where there's just so many shows, so many pieces of media to consume out there. And these seasons are not long. I think these seasons are like 8 episodes. So. And the episode was like 40 some minutes long. So it didn't feel too stretched out. But yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a show that is incredibly memorable and you don't remember it from days on end. I wouldn't say it's a show that, oh my god, I'm going to rush out and watch it right now. And I don't. If there was a DVD, like back in the day we had, well, some have DVDs, but I'm going to pick it up right now. It was one of those that, okay, I watched it. It was interesting. That kept me intrigued. Didn't feel like it had any bullshit political stuff in there. They're really pushing. They're just telling a story. Overall, I liked it. Didn't. I can't remember other details because I saw this like a few days ago. I guess that tells you something that I don't remember much more details. But it was one of those that it was fine watching it, consuming the product. Afterward, I don't remember a whole lot of details, but I just remember having not too bad of a time. I don't know if that made sense to people, but that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.